Is this the end of product managers? I don't know, but in this short video, I want to share with you an interesting experiment that I've conducted using Autogen and their nested ability and the nested chat, which basically provides an ability within Autogen to reflect on the agent's output. Yesterday, I uploaded a video about how I leveraged Autogen and the auto-reflecting ability in order to write four cold emails. It was 3 follow-ups and 1 email. And I really loved the output that was produced by Autogen. I'm not sure if it is because of the mechanism of the self-reflecting and the nested chat, or is it related to the simplicity of the prompt or the way the prompt was structured. So I decided to conduct another test in which I wanted to see a different use case and see what happens with this use case. And the reason why I found this so helpful and useful is because in the past, and I also said that in many of my videos, I felt that these agentic frameworks are very promising and have a ton of potential, but I couldn't see how we can leverage them in the production level without adding many layers of quality assurance and perhaps a virtual assistant or a member of the team validating the messages, because it's just a lot of risk when you're sending out cold DMs or when you're sending out emails pitching your idea, or even when you're writing a roadmap for the product. If there is risk involved, you want to add many layers of QA, and I felt that using an agentic framework on its own wasn't enough. So I didn't see how leveraging these agentic frameworks really speeds up my process. But yesterday, using the self-reflecting agents was kind of a mindset shift, and I saw that it was possible, and I wanted to test this again. So today, I created a different use case. And the use case is as follows. I want to create a simple YouTube analysis tool, and I created a product manager agent which is going to write an outline of the plan on how we can build this tool. And then we have the user agent, and the user agent has access to a nested chat which has a critique agent, and based on the criticism provided by the critique agent, the product manager is supposed to improve the roadmap and the specs of the product. And eventually, we are hoping to achieve a better outline of the specs and usability testing ideas, and analyze the assumptions regarding the user behavior and what they would like. Let me show you the code. It's pretty straightforward. The product assistant. So the system message is, you are a product engineer with a lot of experience and great understanding of users' behavior. Your goal is to create a detailed outline of a tool that allows an analysis of YouTube thumbnails. Besides this outline, which will have the specs and milestones, make sure to provide assumptions about the user's behavior that will need to be tested. Add possible questions for usability test, and obviously this is the termination system message. If the user, not only the termination, but in general regarding like meta guidelines, if the user provides critique, respond with a revised version of your previous attempts. As you can see, I didn't really put much thought into this system message. It is not structured in a special way, and it's a pretty low level system message. Now, moving on to the reflection assistant, which his goal is to reflect on the output of this product assistant. So the system message is, you are a serial entrepreneur that bootstrap 3 startups in the B2C space. You exited all 3 of them, gaining 20 million USD. Please generate critique and recommendations on the suggestions of product assistant. And now we have basically the initiation of the chat. Write an outline of a roadmap of building a YouTube thumbnail analysis tool, create specs, create usability test, a roadmap, etc. Maximum turns is 5. Now I run this code and let me show you the output. I copied and pasted the output because I think it's easier to read instead of reading it via the terminal. So the first step is the product assistant. The first step is actually the user assistant initiating the chat. Write an outline of the roadmap of building a YouTube thumbnail analysis tool. Now the product assistant is basically responding. So first of all, there is the objective. Develop a user-centered tool designed to analyze YouTube thumbnails. This tool will assess thumbnails based on various criteria like color usage, text presence, emotion, and other engagement factors to help content creators optimize their thumbnails for higher CTRs. Assumptions about the user behavior. Users prefer intuitive and fast tools that provide results quickly. User seeks actionable insights rather than just data. This is very correct. A/B testing thumbnails is something users might not do often due to lack of easy tools. This is also correct. Users might not be aware of what makes a thumbnail effective. Correct. Creators often replicate successful thumbnails without understanding the underlying factors. These assumptions will guide the development and will be verified or adjusted through user feedback. Some questions for usability test. How intuitive do you find the interface of the tool? Is the information provided by the analysis actionable? Would you see yourself using the tool regularly to test your thumbnails? What features do you think are missing from the tool? Did the tool help you in understanding what makes a thumbnail effective? And so on and so on. Now, specifications, input and analysis, an ability to input a YouTube video URL or upload thumbnail image directly. Analysis criteria include color, vibrancy, face detection, emotion recognition, text legibility, and overall composition. Implement machine learning algorithms. Now the user interface has to be simple, clean, side-by-side comparison feature for A/B testing. Output and recommendations, so provide a score based on the analyzed thumbnail predicted effectiveness. Offer actionable recommendations for improvement. Option to view case studies of successful thumbnails within the same genre or category. Now there is the roadmap. The first stage is planning and research, then development of MVP, then closed beta testing, then implement advanced features and polishing, fine-tuning, and then open beta and marketing preparation, then launch and post-launch support. Let me take a sip of water. Now, it is covering a few potential responses by the users, which is actually great because it's kind of simulating the future, which obviously we can do as product owners, product managers, or product creators. But when we are using GPT-4 or other model to simulate the future, it gives us insight and sometimes provide ideas that we didn't have initially. So it's like bouncing ideas back and forth with a friend or a mentor or a coach, which is awesome. So addressing user critique, the tool is somewhat slow. I wish there were examples of successful thumbnails and how we can improve this. Okay, now we got the whole roadmap and suggestions by the first agent, which is the product manager. Now we take all of this and we send it to the reflecting assistant, which, as you probably recall, it's an entrepreneur that already exited 3 B2C startups, and he will provide feedback, and based on his feedback, we will adjust. Let's move on. So you can see the user proxy sent everything to the reflection assistant. Now this is the critique provided by the entrepreneur. First of all, the assumptions have a strong foundation but seem to be lacking empirical evidence or user data backing. Relying solely on assumptions without validating them through initial user research or surveys might lead to misconceptions. Now, regarding the questions, while the questions planned for usability tests cover a broad range, they miss out assessing the emotional response or trust level users might have towards the tool recommendation. This is very important. Regarding the specifications, they don't mention scalability or adaptability or adaptability to potential changes in YouTube algorithm. Now, regarding the roadmap, it displays an organized approach but seems optimistic in terms of timelines. Machine learning models in particular require extensive training and fine-tuning. Now, recommendations. So, enhance assumption validation, invest in preliminary user research. This might uncover additional insights into the user behavior and preferences. Incorporate questions that explore users' emotional reactions. How confident do you feel in implementing the recommended changes? Integrate a feature for users to submit feedback. This is nice. On changing trends or shifts in YouTube content presentation guidelines. Create a community or a forum or section within the tool where users can share their success stories. So many suggestions. Now the user proxy is going to take this feedback and send it over to the product assistant, and the product assistant will generate a new and revised plan. So this is the revision. As you can see, it is going to, for example, with regards to the scalability and adaptability. So it is going to introduce a user feedback loop to report changes in YouTube content. So it adjusted based on the suggestions. Now, based on this, it is again sending the new plan to the reflection agent, which is the startup founder who already exited 3 different bootstrap projects. And this conversation goes on and on. Let's go to the bottom line and see the end result. Let's see, because I don't want to cover everything because you might find it boring and it is very long, as you can see. But okay, so this is what the user wrote to the reflection agent. And this is what the reflection agent wrote back. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the user proxy said to the product assistant, analyzing the revised project outline for the YouTube thumbnail analysis tool provides an opportunity to leverage experience and insights gained from bootstrapping B2C startups. The refined strategy presented demonstrates a nuanced understanding of the market and the importance of technological integration for product success. So, focusing on a niche, the targeting emerging YouTube creators is strategic, considering their need for growth tools and their likeliness to become advocates. However, the definition of emerging needs clarity. Asking a few questions. Now it is mentioning a few questions regarding technological integration using AI, some ethical considerations, then discussing strategic partnerships with YouTube-centric educational platforms or influencers, which could deliver growth, at least at the beginning. And here is the bottom line of the suggestions. The project outline for the YouTube thumbnail analysis is robust and demonstrates a clear vision. However, focusing on clear definitions, technological accuracy, ethical implications, a strategic approach to community feedback, and enhanced user acquisition strategies can increase its chances of success and sustainability in a competitive market. And now here is what the product assistant responded and adjusted the project outlines. So it is defining a niche. It is taking into consideration the emotional response. It will find out ways to add trust and engagement metrics with ethical considerations. It is going to make sure to have a balanced iterative development. So it will adapt agile methodologies for rapid iteration and ensure there's a defined process for vetting user feedback. Feedback prioritization framework, focusing on different strategic acquisition channel, privacy by design approach, integrate data privacy and considerations from the earlier stages of development, enhance monetization strategies, community-driven platform, and the reader conclusion. With these adjustments and new strategies, the YouTube thumbnail analysis tool project outline is further refined to ensure clarity, ethical integrity, strategic agility, and a strong focus on user privacy. Wow, so many buzzwords. But as you can see, there is subtext to these buzzwords. Moving on, by adopting a more defined approach to targeting emerging creators, enhancing technological accuracy and ethical standards in emotional analytics, addressing community feedback with a structured framework, and implementing dynamic marketing and monetization strategy, the tool is poised for success. This comprehensive approach not only caters to the immediate needs of YouTube creators, but also anticipates their evolving demands, ensuring long-term relevance and adoption in a competitive digital landscape. Okay, wow, that was a mouthful. Again, many buzzwords, but still, I really like the output because at the first level, it was just a shallow yet well-constructed outline with assumptions, with a roadmap, different phases, stuff like this. But as we started diving into the idea and leveraging the critique agent and really thinking through all the aspects and factors that need to be taken into account when building a YouTube analysis tool, I think that Autogen, GPT-4 and Autogen, the agentic framework, were able to uncover challenges and roadblocks that some of them we will only need to take into account later on because they are not relevant for the MVP. But some of them do provide a better and deeper thinking of many things that one needs to take into account when he's creating an outline for a project or a product that he is looking to build. And I really like what was created over here. As you can see, a ton of output. I just ran through everything very fast because I didn't want this video to be too long. But I just wanted to show you the gist of how we can leverage this reflection agent. I'm really enjoying this reflection agent. I feel that this is a very big, I wouldn't say breakthrough, but this is a leap forward with regards to how we can leverage agents and use them in the production level without much QA on our end, but more using the agentic framework to QA itself and self-optimize. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below with any ideas, suggestions for feedback, ideas for videos. I'm always happy to hear feedback and optimize based on your feedback. Until next time, keep on automating.